Hi, I'm Avery, and it is week 2, and in this video discussion, we're talking about how brand advertising is reappropriated globally. And the brand that I chose this week is Lay's, which is owned by PepsiCo, and it's a brand that we're all very familiar with here in the United States. Something that's very popular as well. Something that I kind of wanted to talk about and I thought was very interesting was how in different countries they may not necessarily call it Lay's, but it's still owned by Lay's and it's the same brand, same logo, maybe just a little bit different packaging and a different name on it. So the two examples that I'm going to use are the UK and Australia. In the UK they call it Walkers, and then in Australia they call it Smiths, which both of those brands were something that was very popular in that country before Lay's bought that company. And so Lay's decided to stick with those names because there was so much brand loyalty and following, and it's something that was very familiar to the people in those areas, and so they just stuck with it instead of slapping their name on the front of it. So another thing that I thought was really interesting was the packaging on it and colors and everything. Color schemes could be changed up a little bit. So for example, here in the United States, we know that salt and vinegar chips is the blue bag and the green bag is sour cream and onion. So, but in a different country, it could be a little bit different. I know in the UK, a blue bag could it could be something entirely different than what we are familiar with here in the United States. So the packaging can be changed up as well as color-wise, and then to move on to the actual product, the flavors that are available, it's globally, a lot of the popular ones are the same everywhere, but there are some different variations country to country wherever you go, kind of depending on what's popular there. Something a little bit spicier could probably be found in Mexico, South America, something like that, where it's, that like spicier and is a little bit more popular there than maybe here in the United States. And then I did want to cover the Do Us a Flavor campaign that Lay's came out with in, I think it was 2012, and that was where people could submit what they wanted to, flavors that they wanted to see Lay's come out with, and some of the most popular ones were rolled out actually in stores and you were able to buy. So I know here in the United States one really popular one, or one that I just remember, was the biscuits and gravy chips, which is a little strange, but that's what people came up with, and Lay's came out with it. So that campaign was done here in the United States as well as across the entire world. So you can imagine just how many different variations of flavors that they were able to come out with and how they were able to engage with their customers and the users of that product by coming out with this campaign and asking for their opinion and what they wanted to see, and then they were able to come out with so many different flavors. So, and it looked a lot different in so many different countries. And then so just flavor-wise, brand-wise, like generally it's a lot of the same stuff, but it can vary, country to country, wherever you are, kind of what's popular with that culture, food-wise. And that was really all I wanted to cover, so thank you, and I'll see you next week.